Here we are at December 5th. The year is winding right on down, isn't it? In today's journey through time, we'll explore fascinating events and notable figures, touching on topics ranging from the powerful Italian earthquakes of 1456 to the repeal of Prohibition in 1933. Along the way, we'll discuss lip syncing, a practice that's brought both scandal and comedy to our lives, and we'll spotlight the brilliant J.J.Cale, one of the pioneers of the Tulsa sound, whose timeless music still resonates. So let's dive in and uncover some of the stories that make December 5th a date to remember. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for December 5th. December 5th is the 339th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 340th in leap years, with 26 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is lip sync. Lip sync is a verb that means to pretend to sing or say precisely at the same time with a recorded sound. While lip syncing is a common practice in the entertainment industry, there have been artists who have been embarrassed or even scandalized for lip syncing, like Milli Vanilli in the 1980s. We talked about that before on this channel. That said, there is some great grassroots comedy out there in short form vertical format, like you might find on Instagram, TikTok, or various other hashtag shorts type content, where individuals lip sync to recorded media, whether it's an awkward conversation or a public speaker, to great comedic effect. Lip sync is a stitch up of the words lip and synchronize. First known use of the word lip sync is around 1961, lip sync. And with that, the first of two pretty strong earthquakes took place over in Italy on December 5th in the year 1456. We're talking 7.1, 7.4 magnitude quake, which is pretty stout shake. The 1989 Loma Prieta quake, for example, was about 6.9 magnitude. Loma Prieta collapsed a portion of a double-decker highway. That one killed some 63 people and left somewhere between 3,000 and 12,000 people homeless in Northern California. In 2011, there was about a 9 to 9.1 quake on the sea floor about 45 miles or 72 kilometers east of Japan. That one's known as the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, and resulted in tens of thousands of deaths, injuries, and missing. I mentioned the Loma Prieta and Tohoku quakes to give you sort of a reference point to just how awful and strong those quakes were. The Italian quake in today's item falls between those two severity-wise at about 7.1 to 7.4 magnitude. There was another one of about 7 magnitude about 4 weeks later. These strong quakes caused widespread destruction throughout central and southern Italy, and an estimated 30,000 to 70,000 dead. Scottish auctioneer James Christie, founder of Christie's Auction House, held his first sale in London on December 5th, 1777. My goodness, they've been selling for a good while now, haven't they? This is the birthday of the 8th President of the United States, Martin Van Buren, born December 5th, 1782. He served in several offices before becoming president, was president during a financial crisis that would come to be known as the Panic of 1837, followed by a 5-year depression. Martin Van Buren lived to the age of 79. Now, back in the 19-teens, the 18th Amendment to the United States Constitution had been passed, mandating a nationwide prohibition on alcohol. Unfortunately, the law was not as well received or obeyed as one might have hoped. Drinkers gonna drink, it seems. Speakeasies, bootleggers, and other opportunistic criminal enterprises found ways to prosper in these days of prohibition. This led Congress to work toward repealing that 18th Amendment, and thus the 21st Amendment was proposed in 1933. They got that amendment written up and sent out for ratification, and on December 5th, 1933, the 21st Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified, repealing the 18th Amendment. We have a wide variety of creatives, writers, singers, songwriters with birthdays on December 5th. J.J.Cale, for instance, was born on December 5th, 1938. He was born in Oklahoma City. I knew he was raised in Tulsa, though. But he, along with the likes of Leon Russell, Roger Tillotson, Elvin Bishop, had quite a bit to do with the generation of what's known as the Tulsa sound, a loose genre drawing on blues, rockabilly, country, and jazz. Musicians like Mark Knopfler, Neil Young, Waylon Jennings, and Eric Clapton describe J.J. Cale as one of the most important artists in rock history. J.J. Cale passed in 2013 at the age of 74. J.J. Cale. I mentioned several other creatives in previous episodes for December 5th, and I'll leave a link for you if you want to go check some of those out. Today's song is Crazy Mama by J.J. Cale. Crazy Mama. Crazy Mama was his biggest hit, reaching number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100. In a 2005 documentary, Mr. Cale said that he'd been invited to perform Crazy Mama on Dick Clark's American Bandstand TV show. This type of exposure would very likely have moved the song higher in the charts, but he was informed that he would not be able to bring his band, and he would have to lip-sync the performance. He declined the offer. I loved this song when it came out in 1972, and when I listened to it again today, oh boy, the shower of goosebumps I got. Crazy Mama by J.J. Cale. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, check out the playlist that contains these videos, and I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again and all. See you next time.